Well, that's a nice lesson, you know, men, you're valuable, your life has meaning, you can make some friends, you know, you could have some fun social outings, but I don't know, dude, it seems like a lot of this is pretty bad. It's a lot of incel coping, it feels like. So, I wanted to watch How to Seduce Women, an episode of the Better Man series on Vice. Now, interestingly enough, we already met a lot of the people that we'll see in this video. We've met a lot. See, does any of these people look familiar? This, you know, Bloodborne looking guy got a mohawk here. That seems familiar. There's this dude who has got a strange outfit, to say the least. We have watched this video, or not this video, but we've watched these people before. Right here, the first video we uploaded to the YouTube channel after the reboot. So Channel 5 brought us to Pickup Artist Bootcamp. So Channel 5 found this guy. What is his name? Jesse Ventura. What is it? Jesse something. And we end up getting to know this guy's name is Air. I think this guy's Jesse something. This is Stanley, I think. And this is apparently what Vice has done is they realized Channel 5 with Andrew Callahan makes better content, and they found this guy. So now Vice is doing their own knockoff idea of the Channel 5 video, so let's just check it out. Let's see what's up.
What she wants is the demonstration of the masculine at its purest.
How do you avoid like getting like slapped in the face or something, you know, if you take it too far?
Coming so hard!
That's the cute to go.
You're a weirdo.
This is unacceptable. What kind of behavior is this?
You guys are weirdos. Soul, heart, guts, and balls.
Do you guys like Jello,
Hell
by the
yeah.
way?
Yes. Yep.
Nice.
Today we'll be learning how to be a Sigma male.
These episodes. So in order to learn the art of
Jesus
seduction,
Christ.
I'm heading to a seduction boot camp hosted by seduction guru Vince Hollywood Kelvin.
Oh, it's Vince. Sorry. I don't know what I thought his name was. Apparently it's Vince.
According to his website, Vince is the #1 undisputed authority in the seduction community. Let's go and seduce some women.
Hell yeah.
What do you get when you mix 53 years, 5 marriages, and 1 pink mohawk? Well, you get Vince Kelvin. Sure, he may have looked a little unusual, but upon meeting him, Vince knew just what to say to a nervous student like me.
You got good fashion already.
Thank you so
Let me
much.
see the back. Yeah.
Thank you. Also, this boot camp was
He literally just looked like, he looks like he never grew past his scene phase. He looks like he never stopped listening to, you know, Escape the Fate, Sleeping with Sirens, you know, Of Mice and Men. He never got past it. I don't know, how old did they say he was? I thought they had said like 60, which seems ridiculous. Probably like 40, 50, I don't know.
was no private lesson. My fellow students included Akash
I would say I'm totally insecure.
and Stanley.
I am Stan the Man.
1
Hell yeah.
teacher, 3 students, 1 mission: to learn how to seduce women. The art of seduction was not something I had ever practiced before, so I asked my fellow students for techniques that help pump them up and get them in the zone.
Let's have a laugh.
I like to sing, actually.
Sorry, I was looking at something else. It's just the only thing he has. They said 50? Oh, okay. Stanley is a one-trick, okay? Like we found out in the last one we watched. Stanley is a one-trick pony, okay? He just does that. He just does the high-pitched yelling, which is apparently singing of some sort. Nothing has changed, it would seem. Though I don't remember him having this long of hair.
Now, I was ready to receive the seduction gospel from the master himself.
It's the easiest thing for a woman to get free drinks and lodging,
Totally.
right?
Yeah.
His lesson
True.
covered a wide range of topics, including how we should view women,
It's a living organism that we're dealing with.
what we should say
Women are living organisms, contrary to popular belief.
to them,
Start with what's of interest to you, and what's of interest to women.
And the peculiar phenomenon of aging inside of a corporeal form.
See, we never escaped our body. We don't go for a while like, okay, you're gonna be 10 years old now. I'm gonna take you to this different planet for a little bit. You're gonna reassess, and then you're gonna come back as, you know, a young adult. Right?
What are we talking about? I feel like I'm missing essential context to really understand what the hell Vince is talking about here.
And it was all rounded off with unique participatory exercises.
Speak as quietly as we can. Even softer. A little bit louder. Okay? A little bit louder. Everybody, soul, heart, guts.
So what's interesting to me, the Channel 5 video for this came out when? 3 months ago. The Channel 5 video came out 3 months ago, and these two dudes are still with Vince. I'm pretty sure you have to pay to be part of this. So these dudes are just paying still to be here, is my question. Or maybe they're cool enough that they're just kind of friends and I don't know. These two dudes have been paying to be mentored as pickup artists by this guy. It's a bit sad.
And balls. And now...
Maybe they work for him? Maybe. They say they're students, though. I don't know.
Much louder.
Right.
Much louder. Soul, heart, guts, and balls. Oh my
Let's
God.
go.
Across the street, a baby. It's crossing the street. Lady, your baby. Your baby, yo. Oh, okay. So little exercises.
You can only learn so much from sitting inside of a classroom, so we headed out to the park to role-play some seduction techniques. And right when we got outside, I instantly realized what a seduction guru Vince really is.
Officially the coolest mask I have seen yet today. Who am I? I'm the guy you're hanging out with a little bit later on tonight, but we're not supposed to say it until I figure out whether or not you're a married woman.
That was funny.
I don't know, dude. He does look very eccentric, right? He does look very interesting. Like, if I see this dude on the street, I'm, like, mildly interested in what the hell's going on there. But I don't know that I'm interested enough to want to continue a conversation with him should he approach me. This is the kind of person you want to watch, not, like, interact with immediately as, like, a stranger, right? That's how I'm feeling. Also, I feel like I may have undersold this guy's aesthetic over here. I might have undersold it, but that's because we already saw it. I feel like if this was our first watch, the reaction to this dude's aesthetic is a lot more intense. But I actually like what he's doing. It's nothing I would ever wear, but I appreciate that he has his own style, even if he does look like a Walmart brand Bloodborne character.
You hadn't left for like a total of like 10 seconds and he already started talking to a woman. That was kind of crazy. Right?
Like, he's
It's almost
definitely got more of a sense for fashion than Stanley over here, who's wearing cargo shorts or whatever. This floral button-up, I think, with this strange straw hat-looking thing and black socks with his shoes
Planted
that are up
No.
really high.
I'm sure he didn't. That was crazy though. That was a quick one.
Avoid the baby.
Like, what is this, dude? They're not cargo shorts. I lied, apparently. But they're still pretty long. So we got these white shorts that are like slim fit shorts. We got a black belt. Our underwear is just showing. We've got whatever this is. Now we're wearing a tan cream color hat. We got a necklace, which is whatever. And then we've got whatever shoes these are. Are these Vans? But they're colorful. They got like, there's like blues and reds and oranges in there. And then he's got black socks that are up halfway up his calves. What am I looking at? Like, I don't know, dude. This is the worst fashion sense we have here so far. I mean, this dude's isn't much better, but I mean, he's playing it up. It seems like this guy's like leaning into the cringe. So obviously this is not how he's usually dressing. He tried to dress, or, you know, Vice tried to dress him like somebody who would be interested in a pickup artist boot camp, right? But even then, it's still better than this.
Step approach. This is my volume usually. Do the opposite.
Like, what is this? We've got this cowboy hat mesh looking thing with the bull skull, the longhorn, or I don't know what the hell it's called. We got some glasses, we got a bandana, we got a cape. So while he does look a bit out of place and ridiculous, at least it's interesting to look at.
Start to talk right away. 3, 2, 1, talk.
Hello, my
I
name
don't
is
know what to say.
Conure. I am often streaming on twitch.tv/ConurCC
Okay, it makes sense.
every
So
other
from
day
being
around
involved
5 and 6 p.m. Pacific time is when the streams start. That's every other day. Wow.
in this process,
Sorry, I was
Vince,
participating.
what would you say your end goal is?
My end goal would be to just rely on my inner source for my own good, and knowing how to be attractive to women is a good skill as well.
Okay, that's the fastest I can do.
I don't know, dude. I feel like if I'm basing so much of what I do and my personality around like, oh, how do I best attract the people I am interested in to me in terms of like romantic or sexual relationships, I feel like I would have to reassess what I was doing with my life. Like if that's the primary thing that I'm concerned about, is getting my dick wet, I feel like that's a bit of a sorry state to be in. I don't know, dude. I think there's like some other things you might want to work out before you get to that point. They've been with this man for 3 months and he let them walk out like that. He walked out himself like this. What do you mean?
Do it, okay? But I certainly can do it faster and higher than this. So it's an illusion.
It's an
I think
illusion.
it's really important for men to express themselves in this way.
That outfit, oh my god.
The way that a pretty girl gets her makeup on and just gets attention from guys. Well, guys
Is that how that works? Do pretty girls just get attention for having makeup on? It's interesting thought processes.
need that kind of like similar way. And the way we do it is a little bit different than women. For us, it's more expressing ourselves and expressing that deep masculine desire of wanting to connect with the feminine.
Wait, what? You had me in the first half, not gonna lie. He's talking about given, societal expectations for, masculine, feminine people. Women tend to express themselves through feminine aesthetic, like wearing makeup, wearing certain articles of clothing, etc. And I guess he's saying because men don't typically wear makeup or see social ramifications for doing so, then they don't have that option, so they have to do other things. So what I was thinking he was going to say was like, oh, so we express ourselves through our fashion sense or our personality or our charisma. But he ended up going with the masculine desire of wanting to connect with the feminine. I don't know. You lost me, I think.
Totally.
It absolutely, totally, completely.
At least the style is good. Well, yeah, Creed, but I could see you wearing. Given the outfits you've posted, I could see you wearing exactly what he's wearing.
Makes sense. Your turn. More motion, more motion, more motion.
How could you have more emotion if he just does the same thing over and over? He claims to like to sing, but every time he does it, it's just this. It's just the high-pitch fucking reeing. I don't know, dude.
I was excited to apply what I'd learned so far, but Vince was hard to keep up with. You guys want to play the smile game with me? Then Stanley and I saw two ladies that piqued our interest.
Oh shit,
But
let's chase him down, dude. Let's go. If you see some ladies on the street that pique your interest, then follow them, walking slowly behind them. Cross the street to follow them. Women love when you cross the street to follow them when they're walking, minding their own business. It's not good, man. Do the opposite of what I just said. This is a joke.
When we caught up to them, someone had gotten there first, so I just gave him a compliment instead. Like that skateboard, man. In fact, it seemed like we were only comfortable with talking to men.
It's a pretty cool bandana, man. Yeah, gotta live it up.
Or to inanimate objects. Nice car, man.
What the hell is that?
After a
The
series of
Batmobile.
failed attempts, Vince clearly wasn't happy with how we were performing.
You came here for a reason, right?
Yeah.
And what we're gonna do right now to remind you of that, you're gonna do some push-ups. 20, 19,
What is that?
18, 17.
What are these? I guess he's 50, okay? It's not his fault. His body is falling apart. I can let him pass on the poor form. Why are his legs so far apart? Anyway.
16.
Now that we had more confidence and blood in our veins, we resumed our prowl. Have you considered wearing brighter outfits before? These ones are looking a little dull. I don't know. I'm just kidding. You guys, amazing outfits. That's all I wanted to say.
They're already gone. Just
Amazing.
He's just leaning into the cringe. I appreciate it. He's entirely embraced the cringe. He does not care. To be fair, he is putting himself in this role. He's essentially LARPing as part of this video. He's not like these dudes where they're literally trying to do this kind of stuff. So he's allowed to do it, I think. He can get away with it better.
Hey, you look so athletic. Would you care to have a race with me by any chance?
I'm not trying to shit on him too much, but he sounds like a robot. The way he talks is very robotic. He's very monotone. And listen, men are not socialized to be able to like have a variety of, inflections and, different wavelengths to their voice. Men are socialized to be unemotional, boring, monotone. I struggled with this for a while, and you can tell that I've had to learn how to, get my voice to different octaves to, express certain whatever. But still, I don't know, dude. I don't know if he's playing it up or not, but like, I guess in the beginning, he sounded like a robot as well before even getting to this point.
I just couldn't happen but notice you were readjusting your shoes. I got sand in my shoes earlier too. It's like kind of my least favorite part about the beach. I don't know about you guys. It's kind of rough, right? I noticed you got dyed
What
hair.
is that? I couldn't help but notice you were scratching your ass. I often get an itchy ass and sand in my ass on the beach as well. I figured I could connect with you on a human level, person to person, over the fact that, sand gets everywhere and it's itchy.
We will see you hopefully at some point again. Hopefully our paths will meet again. Even after the inspirational workout session, I still wasn't having much luck. Cool bikes, it's all good.
Thanks.
How are you going to socialize with people on a bike? They're literally in transit, past walking.
Enjoy, have an awesome ride.
Like, why even try?
I was failing,
Maybe your punchlines aren't good.
while my fellow students were succeeding.
You ever read a book called Charlotte's Web?
Damn, if you're not doing as well as Stan the Man, One Note Stanley, that's depressing.
Maybe if I could understand Vince's teachings on a deeper level, it would unlock something in me. The inner seducer could finally be released. So what exactly is it that you do, Vince?
Simple. I help men of all ages in all possible situations. So I think that the benefits are way beyond just doing better with women. It's really about how am I managing myself? Am I stressing myself too much, comparing myself with others? It's easy to think that others are more confident when all of it has to do with false notion of self. They're unaware of just how valuable they are right here and right now. So what we do, we correct it at the
Well, that's
core.
a nice lesson, men, you're valuable, your life has meaning, you can make some friends, you could have some fun social outings, but I don't know, dude, it seems like a lot of this is pretty bad. It's a lot of incel coping, it feels like, which does sound like a bit of like a cop-out in terms of commentary, but like the way that the other dudes talk is pretty unfortunate, like, because society does have an issue with like devaluing the lives of men. For as many benefits as you get for being a dude, especially a cishet dude, it's not without its problems. Now that being said, the problems are not as bad and necessarily on a sliding scale as the marginalized groups of this world have to go through, but it's still an issue and it still needs to be addressed. Considering men exist on this planet, if we make, them no longer feel like they have to go to pickup artist boot camp to be worth shit, I think that would be better. I think it would be better for society if men understood and could reinforce within them positive masculine traits should they be interested in the masculine side of things. So like, I feel like you could have something like this with more positive lines of thought and ideas in that regard. But what we're seeing here, unfortunately, maybe it's just like what's been selected for the film. I haven't taken Vince's pickup artist bootcamp lessons. I've not met the guy, but I don't know. It seems like pickup artist shit has just always been really bad. It's just always been about harassing and taking advantage of women, and it's not good.
We get them to realize that there's more abundance than they know.
With how strange the art of seduction can feel at times, I do have a cell phone. I was surprised at the humanity in Vince's pitch. Not surprisingly, he used to work as a hypnotist, and he figured that some of his old techniques could turn us into seduction experts.
Imagine that somewhere, somehow, you're connecting with the you from the future that has found the most fulfilling combination when it comes to love, sex, and romance. What would that future rendition of you tell you today? When he tell you, wake up, embrace it now, it's a gift. You no longer have to prove yourself as you are the way you are.
My future self is telling me to stop with this bit. I need to get back into meditation, though. All memes aside, meditation is very good. There's a lot of physiological benefits to doing so. And just in general, it can help you be more focused depending on the techniques you're doing. Meditation isn't, by the way, just, you know, sitting, doing nothing, and focusing on your breathing, acknowledging thoughts and let them pass by, but rather there's a bunch of different meditation techniques you can do, like yoga or other more active forms. It's not all just based on breathing, and it's not all about not thinking, right? I guess you could technically classify as this kind of concept as meditation, but I just brought it up because doing this reminded me of it.
How much more free are you right now? Right now. Right now. It's nighttime.
Oh no.
So let's make it count.
This is when the gloves come off.
Let's make it count. Let's make it count. Good. Get comfortable.
Wait, why is he wearing a mask? Why is he wearing this Robin Hood shit? I feel like I see somebody come up to me wearing a mask like this. I am not interested in talking to you. I am worried for my safety, especially at night. What the hell is that?
You stopped us.
Okay.
So good. And then address all three.
The funny thing is, I'm not even from Miami, but, you know, I could be a pretty good tour guide.
There, don't wait for us to give you a response.
Just kidding. But I bet you guys are from Miami, right?
Not really. Continue.
Funny thing, huh?
Even if
know,
we don't
dude.
say anything, think that it's our problem.
I don't know if I'm like blackpilled in this shit or not, but maybe it's because I don't go out and socialize. Like, to be fair, these dudes are doing more socialization than I have done in a long time. I do like a pseudo form of socialization where I talk to people in a chat room every other day on my streams. And of course, I live with two of my friends, so I talk to them too. But outside of that, because I work from home, I don't have to go out to do things, and I don't often. And pandemic's still roaring. Regardless, even before the pandemic, I wasn't going out and doing shit like this. So I don't know why, but like just like the idea of like stopping three people, in this case 3 women, and like talking to them and be like, hey, you blah blah blah, are you from Miami? I'm not, but it would be. And then the idea of like if they say nothing, just keep talking. Well, that does make sense, because like obviously the dead air is not going to be very good for your case as somebody who's trying to strike up conversation with other people. So like you would continue talking and try to like get a response out of them somehow. But like if they're not responding to your initial inquiry, I don't know. It just feels like that's enough of a signal to me that they're not very interested and I should just fuck off. But maybe it's just because I just don't go out and socialize. I don't know. It just seems like the video primes you to think of it as being exceptionally cringe, and I think it is. But I wonder how much of this, if you remove it from the weird POA side of things, could be like marginally applied, maybe in subtler ways. I don't know. It's difficult for me to analyze things like this because I am a loser, okay? And I don't go out and do things.
Not yours.
Totally.
At night, it's a silly dynamic. It's very synthetic. So don't be fooled by it.
Are there like fun icebreakers? Like, for example, I guess like I happen to like Jello a lot. If I was like, you know, like, so do you guys like Jello?
I would tweak them. Question of the night.
Hey, we have a question of the night, all right?
You go, come on, give me a good drum roll.
All right.
Jello, yes or no?
Jello, yes? Yes. Or no?
Whatever appears to be a reason not
So
to
where
talk,
do you go
that
from
becomes
there?
your reason to talk. So for example, who's a little tired maybe tonight? I'm starting to be a little tired.
I'm so sorry. I'm just kind of falling asleep. Do you guys have any like advice for just like, you know, waking up for the night, you know, and
Maybe you play with
I don't know, dude. I really have to wonder how much this guy's playing up, just how socially inept he is. I'm one to talk, but goddamn. Like, we go back to the before the memes segment.
Ouch,
Well, this is not exactly what I
I
was
now
looking
feel
for.
confident being someone's partner. However,
Like, he just talks like this. So, of course, he's talking for the camera and he's reading a script or whatever. But he just talks like this anyway. So, I don't know how much of this is playing it up and how much is just how he is.
What else could be a reason not to talk? I don't know what to say. That's it, perfect.
have you guys ever been in the situation where you just don't know what to say?
Yes,
Yeah,
dude,
totally.
all the time. I feel you.
If you're talking to her and she's like, keeps on looking like her Uber is coming, you gotta be aware of that. So maybe you accelerate.
Oh, is your Uber on the way?
Yeah.
Well, then I guess you could just put your number in really quick.
I cannot do that.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh, no. I don't even know how to analyze this situation, man. I don't know. That sounds pretty weird to me. Like, oh, is your transportation to exit the vicinity of myself on the way? Well, I guess you're held hostage here until that happens. So how about, I continue to talk to you outside of whether or not you want to or not? I don't know, dude.
Okay. Oh, you have a boyfriend? That's awesome. I'm so happy for you. That's so cool.
You have a boyfriend? That's awesome. I am so happy for you. Like, what? I don't know, dude.
Well, you enjoy, and
That's just how he
I'm
talks,
glad
I
you're
guess.
such a good girlfriend. I was starting to spiral. I kept trying out Vince's tips for success, but they wouldn't work for me. Do you guys like Jell-O, by the way?
Yeah.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Let's
Me
go.
too. You guys hypnotized me. Then I was reminded of something that
yelling
Vince had told me
2 blocks
earlier in the
down.
day.
It's important, I think, to embrace being more genuine, being willing to be a little more vulnerable, open your heart, and so on.
Nothing else had worked so far, so I figured I would just try to be myself. Hey, may I have your boarding pass, and then you can board the aircraft?
Yeah.
I'm actually filming this thing about pickup artists, but I'm having a rough time tapping into it.
Well, I don't know. As soon as people are aware they're being filmed, and as soon as people are aware that, this is the person who is a part of the content that is being filmed, I feel like you're more likely to get a response. So it's kind of like a slanted dynamic, where as soon as people become aware of that, they become more likely to actually interact with you. Where if you were doing this with no camera crew, with nothing else going on, literally just you, I feel like the results are going to be wildly different. But I guess, to be fair, the cameras have been around, and we've not been having a lot of success.
So at this point, I'm kind of just being honest, I guess. I'm trying that one out.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Did you guys have a cell phone? Could I put my number in there, possibly?
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I work for Vice. I'm filming a thing for Vice. Like, obviously, if this is a person who has connections to Vice, and if, maybe these people, or maybe they don't, are influencers themselves, or have interest in doing that, then this is just a connection that would be cool to have, right? Like, I would get this guy's number. I'm not interested in him, past his connection to Vice, though.
We have so much in common. This is crazy. Holy shit. But it was so nice chatting with you. This is so exciting. Oh my God. Well, I'm so hypnotized I did not even notice. Well, I did it. I got a girl's number, and I was on cloud 9. While I do think that some of these seduction tactics can be used in manipulative ways, I was starting to see maybe this whole thing is a symptom of loneliness and used as just a way to connect with others.
People just want to authentically relate with one another. And I understand that.
But how authentic is it? I feel like saying this is a lot of cope, because I don't know how authentic any of the shit we've learned from Vince today has been. It's hard to say, to be honest. But it seems like a lot of what we're learning is pretty inauthentic. So I don't know how authentic the connection is, where the most you're doing is sharing a couple sentences with another person, maybe getting their number and talking to them in the future, but it seems like a lot of the time that's not even happening. How authentic could that really be? Though I guess it's a numbers game, right? You put out as many, feelers as possible. Eventually, one of them has to bite at some point, hopefully, right? I guess that's what it is. You're just throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. But I don't know.
And women are people too,
Women are people too? Well, I'm glad we learned that. God damn.
We all just want that connection.
Whatever these guys were here for, I hope this weekend brought them closer to finding it. It was just about time for me to leave this world of seduction behind. But before I went on my way, Stanley left me with the gift of a poem.
Sometimes I can free flow poetry.
Would you be down to
Oh,
try
no.
one out?
Yeah.
Oh no, I remember in the last video, the Channel 5 one, he tried this on like a random lady that he got on the side of the road, and it was just not good. He got the first line, it was like, beneath the shadows in your eyes, and then he stopped, and he couldn't think of another one after the first line. Oh no, let's see if he does any better this time.
That'd be awesome. Hell yeah.
All
I believe
right.
in you, Stanley, let's go.
Beneath the shadows in your mind.
It's the same one. It's the same thing. Listen, okay? When it comes to freestyling of any sort, you know, poetry or if you're freestyle rapping, it's good to have some standard lines you always fall back on while you try to think of what you're saying next. That's totally fine. So if that's what his is, then, you know, go for it. Let's see what he comes up with after this.
Behold so much more than you will ever find. Not withholding what their surroundings contain. Become absorbed into a foggy morning with the clouds settling in. Spreading a frosty breeze across your senses towards the sea. I now hold a fresh awakening and let my mind be free. Because I know that there's so much more to my own mentality than what I see behind these two eyes as I look into reality.
Yeah. Thank you, Stanley. And thank you
Listen,
to the
if it's his thing, it's his thing, okay? Poetry is free form. It doesn't have to rhyme, okay? It doesn't have to mean anything. And if it makes him feel better, then hell yeah. Let's go.
wonderful women of Miami for helping
good
me
creative
come
outlet.
one step closer to becoming a better man.
This is a good note to end on. That was fun. That's about what I expected. I mean, like I say, Vice understood that Channel 5 is creating better content, so they had to steal it. They had to steal Vince away from Channel 5. It's understandable, okay, but I don't know, dude. Once again, the fact that Stanley and Air are still with Vince, if they're still paying for it, I mean, I don't know, maybe it gives them something to do. I wonder what they do for work. I wonder what they do for the money to be able to pay for this. There are worse pickup artists? Well, we're only seeing what the cameras want us to see. And we're only seeing what they're willing to show the cameras. So, I don't know, maybe it could be worse. Stanley seems like the one having the worst go of it. He seems like a misunderstood soul. I feel like I was too mean to him the first time we watched this, but whatever. Listen, it's good to go out, okay? It's good to socialize with random strangers if the context of the situation allows for you to do so. It's a good thing. And I mean, as long as you're not hurting anybody, like the most you're doing is wasting some people's time for like a couple minutes. But you don't have to spend however much money it is to pay this French Canadian stuck in, you know, his scene phase at age 50 to teach you how to do a lot of this shit. There are other ways. I would imagine there are better ways that you'll probably get more out of. Having a hobby that you like, joining clubs or events, volunteering, all this kind of, there's a whole bunch of different things that apparently, as a person who is interested in socializing with other human beings, can do to meet new people, strengthen the muscle of socialization, and eventually, you know, do better at in the future. I choose to look at socializing, just in a general sense, as a discipline. So much like weight training, much like endurance, you know, running, much like blacksmithing even, or training to be better at sports, it's a discipline. And like any other discipline, it requires a lot of repetition and practice. It requires acknowledging mistakes and working and rectifying them. It's about a lot of trial and error. The more that you do it, the better you should hopefully get at it, so long as you're practicing in a way that is conducive to the things that I've just listed. So I believe in you. If you're having issues, you know, going out, talking to people, meeting people you might be interested in regards to like a romantic or sexual context, I believe in you. But I guarantee you do not have to pay for a pickup artist to teach you how to do it. This video's Conure Callout is Felipe. Thanks for the support, and I hope you continue to enjoy the content. If you'd like to be the next Conure Callout, all you gotta do is follow me on Twitter, @ConureCC, retweet my video links when they go live. Remember to like this video if you like, leave a comment down below calling me a dumbass or whatever, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Peace and love.